Hi, I'm Charlie. This is Apple. I'm sure everybody knows Apple by now. This is the second in a series of videos on giving you tips on how to show your dog. But actually, you'll find that this information is useful even if you have no intention of showing your dog, because you want your dog, even if it's just a pet that keeps you company, you want your pet to look nice when you walk it and stop and have the dog stand nicely. So what we're going to talk about today is the free stack. Now, in a dog show, the free stack is very important because that's part, in fact, that really is where the judge kind of sizes up the overall proportions and profile of your dog, which is very important. So we're going to start with the lead. In our first episode, we talked about a show lead and how to fit it loosely. And we talked about a little bit about getting the dog to gait properly. Remember, we want the lead to be relatively short. I need to have treats in my pocket because the rewards get the dog to do what we want them to do. So Apple has some experience, but she has a long way to go. She's only been in the unofficial dog show so far as a puppy. But a free stack would look something like this, Apple. It's not perfect, but it's actually pretty good. Try again, Apple. Good girl. And what you want to be able to do is, as you're gaiting your dog, you're going to do a pattern for the judge, whatever pattern the judge asks you to do, and then you're going to stop in front of the judge and free stack the dog. Notice that her rear leg, well, not anymore, her rear leg was pushed out to the back so that she shows what we call a turn of stifle in the knee. And you want those rear pasterns to be as far back as you can. Now, if you want to develop that ability, we use a little technique with an ordinary step stool. This, as you can tell, is my painting step stool, but it works very well. And we do a little trick that I call paws up, and it takes a little bit of training. Apple, paws up, paws up, paws up. Come on, come on, up. I'm going to encourage her. There we go. Good girl. So we'll try it again. Apple, paws up. Paws up. Come on. Up here. Paws up. Come on. Good girl. And the more we reward her for that, the more she's going to be willing to put her paws up on the stool. But you'll notice what's happening. As she's standing here, we've got everything we want except that she's not on level ground. We've got her spine straight, her head up, we've got her tail wagging, and look at the extension on those rear legs. So if she gets accustomed to the fact that when she stacks this way on a step stool, what I can do is gradually step that down and use like a smaller step stool and get her accustomed to the fact that when I gate and stop her, she's going to free stack with her rear legs extended. And I'm checking, I'm not treating her because it's not there. There was nice extension. And with subtle tugs on the lead and with little movements of the treat, I get her to stretch out the front part of her body and keep those rear legs as still as possible. Apple, stand. Good girl. And again, even if you don't have a show dog, you still want your dog to stand nicely so that people can admire him or her. If you're taking a walk through the neighborhood, it's good to be able to let the dog stack nicely so that your friends and neighbors can come up and greet your dog and pet him or her and make them feel like they're really, really loved. So that's all for now. Hope everybody's doing well.